Hey everyone, welcome. You're outdoors in the 608. My name's Jeremiah. Appreciate you stopping by. In this video, we got the Japa 365 Pro out. We got some ash and maple logs that we're going to process up through the beast. We do have the perfect split wedge still in. Definitely one of my favorites. We're going to convey the firewood into the back of the dump truck. And as long as the dump truck isn't stuck in the mud, it's severely muddy out here, I'm going to back it up through some more mud, back it up to the conveyor over here, and convey the wood from the dump truck into bin 3. I'm doing this because I don't want the trash and stuff that comes off the box wedge in the pile. I want to keep it as clean as possible. I also put some runners here on this pallet that had the wide gaps in it. A couple of you are a little concerned. I did have a plan, and that's what we did. We're kind of in a rush for time here. It's supposed to storm again. It's been storming all week. Been crazy, but we're gonna get the Japa fired up and get some logs processed up into bin 3. Let's go. $25 hours. Here we go. This is maple. This one's ash. maple again. Come here. Okay, maybe not. Shove it through. Betsy. Yeah, her. Ash. This one's white birch. I didn't know that was in here. Nice stuff.
I think the chain's getting dull. If I hit
some metal or what? Well, there we go. We got some logs processed. Not sure how much of the video I got. I did get this is what we got in the truck. Did get a visit from Mike and Jacob from Indiana. They're on their way up to Wolf Ridge for the frenzy. We're going up there tomorrow, but I don't know this. I was having issues with cutting. I did sharpen the chain, but I don't know if I'm hitting something or what. I did notice that it is nicking that piece there. I don't know. Definitely something I'm gonna have to look at next time I run it, but it is starting to rain, so I'm gonna get the truck, as long as it's not stuck, backed up to the conveyor. Wish me luck. Now that I have my lightning rod up, let's get bin 3 filled. Hopefully I can get it done. It is not looking good outside. Well, there we go. This is why I'm doing this. This is all the trash. I do have to pull the kindling out, but it is storming, lightning. Here's what we got in the pile. I'm gonna have to finish this video probably after the frenzy. We'll see. Hey, we're back from the frenzy. I'm down here in the wood yard, gonna finish this video. This is what we got out of the kindling from the scraps in the dump truck, and this is what was in the dump truck. So doing it that way, into the dump truck, onto that conveyor over there in bin 3, that saves all that stuff, all that junk from in the pile, which is ideal, definitely, for drying. You don't want all that stuff in there. The Japa did awesome. Here's the cutoffs. I'm not sure how much of the video at the end of doing the logs, when Mike and Jacob were here, they didn't really want to be filmed, so they did run the Japa. They thought it was awesome. We had one log that wouldn't go through the Japa. It had this part would. We did most of the log, but this part from here to here, the root flare to root flare is 17 inches. This thing's max is 14, so it wouldn't fit through the hole there, so we just backed it out onto the ground. But here's the chips. The looks of the chips, that saw is sharp, so I don't know. I had a little bit of issues there, but I'll look into that for next video. If you have any questions or want more information on this Japa processor, the Japa 365 Pro, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll also leave a link in the description for Wolf Ridge's website, everything Wolf Ridge. You can check it out. But that's all I got for today. Life is great in the 608 with this beautiful machine. Perfect split. No resplits. Love it. Have a good one.